Inspiring moment Friday night in Weslaco. Former Panther Mondo Del Toro, now suffering from sarcoma cancer, trying to raise money for life-saving surgery, led his old team onto the field. And that was just the beginning of what was a big night in Weslaco. Tinaco Bowl won the first time that Weslaco and Weslaco East had met since the Wildcats opened up their school 11 years ago. Let's take you to the highlights on this one. Weslaco East running back Saul Cuellar scores from 12 yards out, and the Wildcats took a 7-0 lead. And then it was quarterback Brandon Hernandez. They've got a couple of Brandons under center they do in Weslaco East. Brandon Guzman, Brandon Hernandez. That's Hernandez for the keeper. Weslaco not able to stop the East run game. Another in the stable of Weslaco East running backs, Peter Gonzalez, turns on the Jets, heads to pay dirt, and it was East side, strong side. Weslaco East, they said it, little brother no more. They shut out Weslaco 24-0. So let's talk about this one, guys, and what Weslaco East was able to do. Specifically, we showed you the offense, but on defense, Joe, I mean, a shutout of Weslaco in that slot T, that's no small accomplishment.
Yeah, and that's something I overlooked as I took a look at this game last week when we were talking about it, was the fact that there have been a couple of teams that defensively did some things to Weslaco that made them look, well, bad. And Weslaco East found that, exploited that, and took care of business.
What do you think, Todd? I mean, were you thinking before the year started that Weslaco East would be in this situation, that they would be this good in their first year in 5A?
No. It's like I mean, you figured there'd be that little transition 4A to 5A. They didn't have too many players coming back. So you kind of figured there'd be a little bit of a bump there until they kind of got used to it. But for them to be in this position right now, it's one of the most impressive things going on in the Valley, for them to be the best team out of 31-5A right now, or at least tied for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to look at it as it began back several years ago. I mean, the Weslaco East coaching staff, when they got Rokovich and Burgett from Donna off of those great early 2000s Donna teams, and they went in there and started putting that the whole East Side, Strong Side thing together, it definitely came to fruition this past Friday night. A big win for Weslaco. Another big win in 31-5A this past week. How about, before we get to that, let's talk about the picks. McCallum Memorial is now facing Weslaco East this week at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Any chance of a letdown for the Wildcats at home against the Mustangs, Todd?
I don't see it. The way they've been playing Weslaco East has been playing right now, you really just have to kind of ride them. They've just been unbelievable so far in District 31-5A, which is the toughest in the Valley and probably one of the toughest in South Texas, so you just have to keep going with them.
They play a lot alike, these two teams. They both go with defense, they both go with linebackers, they both go with running games. What are your thoughts, Joe?
Well, I think the running game for McCallum Memorial can be a little better if everyone's healthy, and that was the one loss for Weslaco East when someone actually ran some yardage against that defense, and so I'm going to go out on the limb, McCallum Memorial.
All right, and of course he's talking about the PSJ North game, which the Raiders won in overtime against Weslaco East, but I'm going with the Wildcats. I don't see a letdown for them, especially at home when the East fans get to sit on the home side this time, so I've got Weslaco East winning that one. Now let's talk about the big comeback game that happened in 31-5A on Friday night. It was Mac High taking on San Benito. Mac High was down 28-21, as you can see in this game with 4 minutes left, and that's when, boom, the big safety blitz causes the safety, and just like that, they're only down 5, and then Fred Hover takes it in for Mac High, and 8 points in the last 4 minutes, and Mac High gets a big win over the Greyhounds. And now you have to wonder, combined with that game and last night's McAllen Rowe PSJ Memorial game, is that it for PSJ Memorial and San Benito, Todd? I don't know if they can come back in this district.
It just doesn't seem possible for them to be able to get in at this point. Both teams came in with an enormous amount of hype. Both teams were the consensus district title teams, who everybody thought it was one or the other. It was either Memorial or San Benito, and now both of them are probably going to be out of the playoffs. That's crazy.
Let's look at the standings in 31-5A really quickly. McAllen, Weslaco East tied atop, and then PSJ North, they weren't even in the top 4 last week, and now basically they've got the advantage as they have beaten Weslaco. McAllen Memorial has lost to both PSJ North and Weslaco, so they are on the outside looking in, and now Weslaco must face Mac High this week. And Todd, where do you see this game?
I've been running Mac High this entire time. I mean, they only have that one loss. Tony Harris, I mean, what's he been there for 20 years, 30 years? This might be his best coaching job since he's been in Matt Guy. It's crazy. So he's been doing a great job. They've been playing great. I'll keep picking the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs seem to have some magic this year, Joe. Do they keep it up against Weslaco?
Yeah, I think they do. I think that Weslaco, you talk about a team, Weslaco East maybe having a letdown after that. I think Weslaco may be having a week to still get over how bad they got beat in that football game, and I think Mackay is going to get them.
Well, and I'll go ahead and take Mackay as well to make it 3 for 3 for that game. We are coming right back on Sunday Sports Extra. We're going to talk a little 4A football. That includes Ed Couch, Elsa, and Mercedes. It is the big rivalry this week as the Tigers are black hole bound. And we'll talk about another big comeback. That was Mission Veterans and what they were able to do in the final seconds against Roma. It's all when we come back.